a web service based operation as a primitive workflow in the DATAView system. So let's get started by creating a new Java class file. As you can see, this class file has a method called multiple ret, and what it does is it takes in two integer arguments and it does an addition of those two arguments and subtraction of those two arguments, and then the value of both the addition and subtraction are added to an array list, and the method multiple ret returns the array list. Okay, so now once we have created this Java class file, then you got to expose this operation or method multiple ret as a web service operation, and you got to get a WSDL file, a WSDL URL for the web service. And the way how you can do that is you need to host this web service in access to Apache access to, and you can watch the video. I will put it in the description. You can watch that in order to get started with the hosting the web services. Okay, I have already hosted um, the web service on my machine. So the ws underscore multiple return is the service name, and I have opened the WSDL URL for this particular service. Okay, once we have this WSDL link, we can use this link to register the web service operation as a primitive workflow in our DATAView system. In order to do that, log in to dataview.org. Once you logged in, on the right hand side you can see the list of workflows, and there is a section called web service inside the task based workflows. And what we are going to do is we are going to create a web service based primitive workflow, and the way you can do it is by right clicking on the add button here, select web service, hit create, and now we are going to provide the WSDL URL. And once you have copied the WSDL URL into this text box, click on the parse button. Okay, when you click on the parse, it will automatically, the tool will automatically upload all the operations that exist in this particular WSDL. And in this scenario, there's only one operation, multiple RET. And then when you click register, you can see that multiple RET is converted into a primitive workflow. And you can just drag and drop this workflow into the design panel and click on the configure button in order to configure this primitive workflow into a more sophisticated composite workflow. Please provide the input port information. For this workflow, there is 2 input ports and 2 output ports. Okay, I have provided two input port and two output port information. Okay, the input port information need to be of the following format, where I1 is the ID and a colon, and then the port name, colon, port type, and colon, a short description. And then you put a comma to add the next port information. Okay, once you're done with this, click on configure button. Once you've done this, then it would add a new workflow on the right hand side panel. Just drag and drop that workflow. Okay, now you have created a new workflow, CW underscore multiple RET. When you double click on this workflow, you can see the composite structure of this workflow. As you can see, there is a multiple RET, which was the primitive workflow that we had originally. And then there is two more workflows called P combiner and P splitter added to this workflow. And what this does is it takes in the data from two input ports and combines them together into a XML structure and passes this XML data as an input to this multiple RET, which would then go and call the web service with that input. And the output of the web service, which is again in XML format, is sent to a P-splitter workflow. And P-splitter workflow, what it does is it would split the data into multiple output ports. And as you can see, the P combiner and P splitter are created automatically by the system with a unique instance ID. So let's go ahead and drag and drop this workflow again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect two input data product, namely 3 and 11. Then I'm gonna connect two output stub to display the result. The output DP0 is going to display the result of the addition, and output DP1 is going to display the result of subtraction. Let's connect them together. Okay, after you save this workflow, just click on the run button. Okay, as you can see, 14 is the addition of 3 and 11, and 8 is produced from 11 minus 3, which is the subtraction output. Okay, thank you for watching this video.